Back on old Flex CJ6 build today, and we're still boxing in the back of the Jeep. Still got to do the whole both sides down there and working on, got this back section done from here back. And yesterday I dug out the bump stops, and if you have an old Jeep, by the way, this is a 74 frame CJ6. I mean, this one wasn't, this was on the driver's side, but you can see this thing is just disintegrated into rust. This one was on the passenger side back here, and I did have to take out this bolt right here, but then I pulled it off with my hand on the second one. Obviously you can see it had rusted out, so there was nothing left, and I was able just to pry it off with my hand. So if you have an old Jeep, I would go there. It's a 1/2 inch nut and bolt on there, so I would go rip these things out today or tomorrow and order you up a pair of new ones and take it down to the frame, regrind your frame down and paint it again, and then put on some new bump stops if you have an old Jeep, because these things were, the driver's side is not as bad. It would have worked as a bump stop, but the passenger side was disintegrated. So, and I got to take the front ones off still, just because we're doing the YJ leaves over the axle, plus the front's boxed in, so we're going to need to pull those out anyways, just to inspect them. Like I said, the back ones were so bad, so we're going to take the front ones off, then we're going to do cans and do regular bump stops, because the whole front end and rear end is going to be different. So we got that to do, but we're just working on boxing in the back. So I got this section's done. Now we're working on this, and we got to do this other short little curve section before we get onto the straight front of the Jeep, and then pull out the 2 front bump stops. And the front's boxed in up there, so I'm gonna probably have to cut the bottom of the bolt off on the 2 front bump stops, and then fish the top of the nuts and bolts off from inside the frame. Probably pull them back into the back down here to pull out the nuts and bolts that are within the boxed in section of the frame. So got that to do. What's that?
I'll give you a little peekaboo.
Let's see.
You want me to jump up and down?
Yeah. Work on this next section now. Wish metal was this easy to cut.
Wouldn't that be nice? Alright, that's it, man. Yeah, we nailed it on this one. Talk to me. Oh my gosh.
Going in like butter?
Well, yes and no.
My cardboard CAD.
Yeah. It's like a computer.
Buck and Chad's backwoods design.
Yeah. Yeah, but nobody's going to take time for this. This is awesome.
So on this, I'm using the blue tape to add metal back to my piece that I've trimmed off too much off the cardboard already. So just doing that, so when we transfer it over to the steel, we get a full coverage. Got a question for you.
Yeah, you got it. Need a hand?
Well, no, I'm just wondering on this part, should we leave this triangle section out?
Yes.
Just leave that open.
Oh, totally, dude.
Yeah.
We are reinforcing the out of this, and I worked with a lot of companies. Some leave them tight, and that's also why I said we should put the radiuses on here.
Yeah.
Because if a weld were to crack, it stops there. It doesn't affect the next weld.
Oh, okay.
If you do 100%, if a crack starts here, it could work its way all the way around the material.
Oh.
Doesn't that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, I'd totally leave that triangle out, man. Because we're over and above everything, obviously. But this is gonna look really cool. So
Let's see if we're good on this side now. See if it's square.
oh, that's damn close. It's like it's a little bit off of the face. Or maybe you had it tucked in super tight.
Yeah, just the hair right here, but
They're about the same.
yeah.
Yeah, so you make 2 of those.
Yeah.
And then shave it down a little bit. I'm just putting a little bit of bevel on this guy because you did a great job, man. This looks really nice.
I saw some guy, another guy. I think he's from Washington, possibly, because I always see this guy out jeeping around here, and I saw him do this. I'm like, oh shit! So I wanted to box this in and make it stronger back here. Then I saw that guy. I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So now just tracing out the last curved piece of the frame for the left and right hand side. That's real nice, Clark.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
That's from the, isn't that from the Griswold? That's real nice, Clark. Real nice.
Oh, I love that movie. Oh, now I'm using it.
Yeah, it does make it a shit ton stronger.
There we go. Up. God, I need a magnet or something.
You need a magnet?
Got one. Right here. Aha, look at that fit, dude.
Want the big dog?
Oh, shit. You don't mess around. I got the radius.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Now, since we got a perfect fit on the first piece on the passenger side, then we just had to trace out the driver's side. Last little curved piece, and now we're good to go, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How's that?
Well, like I had said, we're about 1/4 of an inch.
Yeah.
This right here, I'm okay with that because once again, about sealing everything up and no movement, because I could take a little bit more off of this, which would decrease this length, but I kind of like that gap right there. Still kind of sharp. Sha-la-la-la-la. Where's that little magnet? Oh,
Oh.
look at a big ass magnet. Look at that, dude. Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh.
Like we know what we're doing. Holy shit.
Right. For realsies.
Well, you did all the work on the first one to get that one, right? So
Yes, we deserve it.
the second one's a lot faster.
We got a little bit more.
Refining to do. Now back out cutting out the front bump stops on the Jeep. And the crazy thing is that on the driver's side and like the back two other bump stops, there's no spacers between them. But over on the passenger side on the front, we got two almost like a 1/2 inch spacers on there, like steel spacers that it has on there. And we're getting off the shocks right now to finish that up, get those off for the get ready for the lift kit. And this is what I was talking about on the passenger side. We got like a 1/2 inch steel spacers on here for this bump stop for some reason. Does anybody know why? Yeah, this must be from the factory for some reason. So now we got the driver's side roughed in. Just got to finish up this little section right here to the original boxing of the front of the CJ6 frame. We still got to do the dimple die and 1-inch cuts on the top for the stitch welds on there, but got it roughed in. This side seems like it's a little not as much curvature as the other side.
Oops, sorry. It's got to come out a little bit here. So we need, yeah, there's not that, dude, the bottom. Yeah. See here, but if we take 1/16 off the top, the thickness of our channel. Are you good?
Yeah. So this weekend we got both sides done on the frame, get the frame all boxed in, got all the pieces done on the whole frame now, and then got the passenger side all, the flat section all done, and got that piece made too. It's sitting right here, so got that all ready to go. And we do have to, I'm waiting on doing the dimple dies and stuff like that, and doing the 1-inch holes on these, because like this is the stock CJ5 and CJ6 mounting hole for the frame, and then you have one up here on the CJ6 or something like that. I'm not sure where it is, and I don't have the body yet, because now I didn't actually come up with this decision, but the wife does not want to reuse this. She says she does not want me out here grinding for the next 8 months or 6 months, because we're at the 6-month mark right now, and she does not want me out here and her in the house for another 6 months, tearing the whole, redoing the whole body. So wife wants the aluminum body, and I don't blame her. It's take a lot less time to do that. So I'm waiting on that to actually figure out if I'm going to do stuff out here to mount the body to it, and just cover these up, and then that way we can box the frame in and do the dimple dies and stuff where we want them at. And then also I got the spring over axle ordered up, and so I'm waiting. Like I think they said 4 to 6 weeks to get the springs and everything in. I got a high steer kit for the Jeep, and then the springs, the shocks, all that stuff. So we got that coming. So I don't want to do anything here yet as far as dimple dyeing and all that stuff, because I don't know where these are going to get mounted to. I know they come up a little bit more on each side, so they're going to come back and then go forward on here. The front's a lot longer, so we're going to hold out on getting this rest dimpled and holes cut in and stuff like that until we get the springs and shocks and everything here, to figure out if we're going to do like solid steel and stuff like that at different points for reinforcements and what have you. So we're kind of at a standstill, but we got the whole frame boxed in, roughed in right now. So that's all done. Got all the shocks pulled out, and then we got all the bump stops all done here. Got those pulled out, and so that's all ready to go. So that's it for this weekend. We'll see you on the next one.